I'm Rick Reynolds of the Intellivisionaries Podcast, and you're watching Papa Pete, the Old Guy Gamer.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you haven't grown up by the age of 50, you don't have to.
Hey guys, welcome back. Another week, another interview, and today Jeff and I got a very special guest, Mr. Michel Stryker, Mike Stryker, who you probably all recognize in that pose right there from probably what I call the most iconic television video that's ever been released on YouTube. Hey, I think every one of us maybe here thought he sang the song back when we first found the video years ago.
I just found out last week
that it wasn't him.
Yeah.
No, it
and
wasn't.
He does talk too.
Yeah, I do. I'm still very much looking for my Intellivision. I can't seem to find it anywhere. I've looked, and I'm worried that my mom really did sell it at a yard sale.
You have been looking since January 25th, 2009.
12 years. It's been a long time. It's been wait a minute. Oh, there it is. Oh. I found it. It's a little dark in here, but I found it. There we go.
There it is. All that time it was there.
It was right here all along. Awesome.
That's awesome, man. Hilarious.
Oh, man.
Right on. Oh, we got a great chat here so far. I got Kurt Bradshaw, Patrick Smith, Christopher Westerman. Right on. Good to see you. I don't know if DJC's here yet, or he left a comment for us earlier anyway. And, we had another comment on there which sort of, it's gone now. I think it maybe, if it's there too early, it just wipes it out maybe as it gets closer. But Mr. Tommy Talarico himself had made some nice comments, wanting to see you on here tonight. So, man, you know what? It's kind of neat to talk to you after, like I said, seeing, hey, Saviter, good to see you, man. After seeing your video way back when, and it's just something that I would pop on every once in a while because I love the song and what you did with it, and that was where I would listen to it. It was one of my favorite videos before I even really watched videos a whole lot, because I'm talking, when you made that, my internet was like, used to buzz and dial and creak and crack, for Pete's sakes, when I logged on it, my 56K modem. So it was quite an investment to watch it.
Yeah. I absolutely fell in love with the song. I actually first heard it on this disc. It's kind of hard to see.
Right
This
there,
is-
yeah. No, you.
Oh, I'm phasing in and out of existence. This is awesome. Yeah.
It's
So
on the GameCube version.
The GameCube version, yes. My YouTube channel is NintendoChampion. So I have I grew up with the Nintendo as my favorite console, and the Xbox version, nice. Yeah. So I heard the song and I absolutely fell in love with it, and I knew I scoured the internet and I'm like, there has to be a music video on this. Someone has had to make a music video on this. No one did. No one has. So I'm like, you know what? I guess it's up to me. So I went ahead and I made the video. And that
is for hey Rev, good to see you. JD, right on. So you had to make the video, but you didn't make it alone, did you? You had some help when you made it.
No, I did not. I
gotta hear the story.
Oh yes. So my girlfriend at the time, who is now my wife, helped me out with the filming, with the editing, keeping me sane. She was a rock in the whole process. She helped me edit it. She helped me laid out the track, and we wanted to kill each other at the end of the project because we had so many different ideas going on, and it was a good test to see if we were going to make it, and we totally did. So we've been together since 2008, and happily married with 2 little rugrats. So
that is cool. And fairly new one too, didn't you say?
yes, indeed. We had one earlier this year, and my mother-in-law decided to give us a onesie that says they did not stay 6 feet apart. So yeah,
Yeah.
I got a great family.
That's classic. That's classic. It's quite a story to think about. I could think if my wife now would have helped me make that video back then, but I don't think it probably would have happened. But now you have a little bit of, well, you're not really into video making as a career, but you are into that realm, right? Like it wasn't new to you to make that technological video at the time, because big difference in 2009 technology to do it in the 2021, correct?
Yeah, definitely. Like, you kids have it so easy these days with your black screens and your green screens. I had to do it with a black background the entire time, and I had to make sure that my head stayed in a certain position because there was a white dot in the back of that video that drove me nuts. I had so much trouble trying to edit that out. And there was one part where you can clearly see it visible. So I'm somewhat of a perfectionist. I can totally see it every time I watch the film. But it had to go. Like the video had to be complete in order. Otherwise, I would still be working on it today. So, yeah.
How long did it take you? Sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
Oh, I was gonna say, was your first idea the Sinead O'Connor type video?
Yeah, very much so. As soon as I heard the song, I'm like, oh, I know this exact style I need to do it in. And so I took huge inspiration from my idol, Weird Al Yankovic, and I decided to do the parody video of Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor. And it just worked. I had wanted to make my shirt a little bit more visible, but what ended up happening was my head started floating in the black, and it worked. So I just went with it.
I love it. How long did it take you altogether, start to finish, idea to finished product?
Ooh, I would have to say, well, the game came out in 2001. And I was playing with the idea ever since I heard it. So probably 2005, 6. And then I'm like, okay, I got to do something, and I've got to do something. So I started it, I think I want to say September or October of 2008, and then moved on and finished it January 25th when I updated it.
Okay.
So,
wow.
Yeah,
so
I ended up going to a computer store in my hometown, and I went to every computer and I loaded it up into the screen and just watched it on somebody else's monitor. This was big back then because we didn't really YouTube was still pretty young. So it was cool to see your face on like completely different equipment than your own.
So, you know what? I don't think it's a better time. We're going to talk a little bit more about after you would release it and stuff. But I think we really should take a minute and just sit and watch it. Don't you think?
This is going to be my first time seeing it. So
is it going to be your first time? Well, listen, we all really like it. So you should sit back and actually take a good look, because what you did here was pretty cool.
Thank you. Let's go.
Trying here. There we go.
You were my love and my friend. I thought the game would never end. You tore at my heart without anesthesia. Behavior that's hard to defend. In this position, I really miss my Intellivision. I miss your control and demands. Nothing to do with my hands. I won't leave my house. I'm in hibernation. A loneliness I understand. And so I sit here without ambition. I really need my Intellivision. I cannot stand it, this indecision. Somebody find my Intellivision. I want my Intellivision. I want my Intellivision. I want my Intellivision. I want my Intellivision. And so I swear by my own volition, I'm going to find my Intellivision. I'm on a quest now. I'm on a mission. I have to have my Intellivision. I miss the touch of your keypad, the curve of your disc, firing your missiles, launching your ships, battling robots, flying a plane. I want my Intellivision again. My mother sold mine in a garage sale. Pity.
And there we go. I don't know how bad it was. It was sputtering and stuttering here a little bit. So I don't know what it was like over there. Oh, there's one right there.
Just got upgraded. Like found another one.
The two.
Yeah. This was actually my first Intellivision.
Okay, right on.
Yeah. I actually did find it at a garage sale.
Right on. Listen, so when you released it, what kind of reaction did you get off it? What right off the get go? Was it real quiet, slow? Because it's built up to have a pretty good following.
Dead. There was no response. Nothing. Well, it's early day in YouTube, so I don't. Sure. There wasn't really any social media going on. There was no way that I could spread the word. It was just. So I decided, well, you know what? I'm really worried about, like, since it's not my song. I sang it about 8-9 times during the takes, and you do not want to hear me sing. I love to sing, but you don't want to hear it. Trust me.
No, I understand that.
I was worried about the copyright because YouTube was new, and I didn't want to be like have money taken away from me. Sure, so what I decided to do was I reached out to Intellivision at the time. And I said, hey, I did this video. What do you guys think? Like, is it okay if I still put it online? Is it okay? They absolutely loved it. And they put it on their first page of their website.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I was
The old
like,
Intellivision Lives website. Keith running it, right?
Yeah, I honestly don't know at the time, but I was so thankful. And so I got it on the very first front page, and that started my 12-year run of being internet famous.
There you go. Your viral video. Well, it certainly has been viral in the Intellivision community, that's for sure. So speaking of that, you made the comment that you were going to sing it yourself and it wasn't your song and stuff. Have you ever heard Hide in Your Hair of Michael Schwartz, who actually sang the song?
No, I have not. I honestly thought it was a girl at the time. Sorry, I don't mean to. I apologize, but it sounded that way to me. And I thought that was really cool to have a female gamer to be singing about her in television. And then everyone's telling me, no, it's a guy. It's a guy. I'm like, oh, okay, I can see it. I'm really sorry, Mike.
No, right. And I have no idea. Like you said, you have a copy of this as well in television and hi-fi.
I've got one too.
You've got one too. Is it?
Yep.
I believe, which came first, the chicken or the egg?
It would probably be the CD. I think it was the CD that came first. Yeah.
Okay. Great CD.
Yeah, I first heard it on that GameCube compilation. Mm-hmm. And then I was looking up on the internet. I was like, where can I buy this song? And I found the CD. And then I found your video years ago. And then I just found out last week, it wasn't you singing.
Yeah, no, same, almost the same name. There's no E in my name, or there's no A in my name, but it's still pronounced Michael or Michelle or Mike or whatever. You can call me whatever, just don't call me late for dinner.
There you go. We see that name's common in this part. Like I'm out in New Brunswick, right? That's a very common name in this area, Michelle. Mm. So I saw it, just never even thought twice about it, right? Another Intellivision Lives thing we were talking about very briefly last night is this thing right over my shoulder here.
Ah, yes. The Intellivision Lives for the Nintendo DS.
Because the song's on there as well, right?
I don't think so.
No, it's not. It's not on there anywhere?
I don't think so. Yeah, I got 2 copies. Originally, I had thought that they were going to seal it, but it turns out they were signed. Both of them are signed. Oh, they can't.
No.
You get the idea. But the company Virtual Play Games actually reached out to me, and they said, "Hey, we love the song. Do you think we can use it?" And I'm like, guys, you might want to talk to Intellivision. I don't own the song, and you're building an Intellivision game. What? So they said, "Oh, okay, we'll find out. But we loved your video so much. Do you think you could do a video for us?" And I'm like, yeah, sure. So it is on my YouTube channel as well. But it is kind of buried. That one really didn't take off, and I'm okay with that one.
You're okay with that one?
I'm okay with that one.
I can share the link in the comments or here if you have a link for it.
It's okay. It's really no big deal.
No problem. Whatever you prefer.
Yeah.
If it's so enticing, go to your NintendoChampions, your YouTube channel, and look for themselves.
Yeah. They had asked me to make a few changes through the video, and I'm like, okay, no problem. I did it. And then they marked it as a fan video. I'm like, oh, dude, come on. You asked me to do it, and now you're calling it a fan video? Oh, okay, whatever. Right. That's fine.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
still, whatever. It's kind of neat just to be asked to do it, and that's all on the basis of that original one that you did. And, you know, I'll stick this in here right now. Our buddy DJC Game Studios, Chuck, has done a recent Intellivision album, which he's selling on his site. And one of the songs was I Want My Amico. And Tommy thought it would be an awfully good idea for you to do a video for I Want My Amico along with Chuck.
That would be amazing. Unfortunately, with the 2 little guys running around the house and a full-time job and a full-time wife, you know what I mean. We understand what you're saying. It's just not in the cards right now. That
right on.
I do though. Once the Amico comes out, I am quite looking forward to playing these as soon as it comes out.
Well, that's going to be good. Now,
And-
did you have a pre-order in?
Oh yeah, I'm one of the founders, so I'm looking forward
Right
to it. And I am going to be streaming quite a bit once it comes out. I'm going to be playing through the games, and I've already got the shirt ready to go.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to the console. I don't really look at what like the reviews or anything like that. I'm looking to play it for myself.
Yep.
And since I do have a young family, I want to have them play with me. So that's what gaming is about. It's just having fun. That's
Agreed.
the word game means. So, well, in my opinion, anyway.
Oh, that's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. All right, so let's go back before the video. What's your history with Intellivision? Were you always an Intellivision nut as a kid, or a video game, or what was your video game when you were a kid?
It was the original Nintendo. That's
Okay,
why
yeah.
I had the NintendoChampion YouTube channel. Luckily, I was able to get it early, so I didn't have to have any weird numbers at the end like NintendoChampion 56,802. It was just NintendoChampion. So I am the Nintendo champion. No, I'm not
The real Nintendo champion.
Yeah, no. But I will challenge anybody. Like, I will play against anybody and see how far we go. So it is
Awesome.
fun. But yeah, I found the Intellivision growing up in a yard sale, like I had mentioned, and I was tinkering around with it, and I really enjoyed it. So,
How old were you then? Like, you're talking teenage, college?
yeah, I was probably teenage, maybe in my early 20s at the time.
Now, what were some of the first games that you remember playing back in those days? Like, what drew you the most to it? Because you gotta admit, a lot of the generation that started off with Nintendo never took that step backward, never took the time to experience the Intellivision, even if it was right in front of them. They just would automatically sort of say, "Oh, that's older than the Nintendo. Even I don't want anything to do with that." But you obviously took the time to go back and play it and started to like it. To put the time and effort into making this video, you had to have really liked it.
Yeah.
So, what were the games that drew you into it?
Ooh, well, Tron Deadly Disc comes to mind. That's just always an amazing game. What was interesting is I actually played the ports first. So I was actually playing on the Atari 2600 of Astro Smash and Space Cavern and Tron's Deadly Disc. I was playing all of those games on the Atari first. And I always wondered why they had those weird cartridge shapes. Well, it turns out because they were reusing those cartridges, right? Or the casings.
Yeah.
So when I got the Intellivision, I got to see the upgrade of versions of those games. So Astro Smash is so much better on the Intellivision than the Atari version. I remember in the Atari version, if you hit the cart, I think it's called cart frying. If you hit the cart a certain way, the game just kept on going and like bugging out, and it was incredibly scary at the time.
Yeah.
So
you know what's interesting about Astro Blast is called on the Atari is one neat thing about it that no, I didn't like it nearly as well, but you could use the paddle. You could use either the joystick or the paddle, which was pretty cool, really.
Yeah, my paddles never actually worked properly. It was like always jittering. So trying to play Circus Atari, forget it.
Yeah.
Like Super Breakout, your paddle would just be going. I never had good paddles growing up.
No, I can remember that when you first got, like, I still remember first getting my Atari and the paddles worked great, but eventually they'd all go to that jittery stuff. I think you can take them apart now and get them sort of fixed up, but it's like, yeah.
You got to tell me where to get those fixed, because I'm looking to also get my Virtual Boy fixed. So.
Oh, really? Yeah, I don't know off the top. Well, there's guides online that you could take them apart and sort of get the paddles. Yeah, if you're so inclined, right?
Yeah, you're tinkering with quite old technology. I don't want to ruin what I have. So,
well, there you go.
That's the risk.
I'm about to do that. I just got some paddles and they're not working. So,
oh well, if they're already not working,
I figured I would open them up and look.
Yeah.
Plus, one was rattling. That's not a good sign.
Did you get your paddles for the Retron 77?
Yeah, that's the ones I'm talking about. They
don't work?
No, well, one didn't work, and one does a little bit, but it's really jittery. Like Mike was saying, I was trying to play Kaboom, and it would just like go,
Yeah.
like this is no good.
I really thought those were brand new paddles from Hyperkin.
Oh no! I'll have to look. I don't know if Hyperkin made paddles.
Well, maybe they didn't. I was just mistaken because I was looking when you were talking about that's what I was talking. See, we were right off tangent here, Mike.
Oh, that's fine.
Talk about paddles, but paddles are very important. Like, because I always said I want to play. Like, I don't mind. Like, I'm not a snob nosed. If emulation works, emulation works. I love the original. I love emulation. I just want to play the damn games. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to record the games. I want to have fun with them. I want to, have a competition, record a couple games, send it to Jeff and say, here, beat that score, stuff like that. So I want to be able to play these things in emulation as easy as possible. One of the things that I find challenging is getting paddles to work in emulation. But I've recently found some good adapters for original paddles into USB, which may work. And, we'll see where it goes from here. But anyway.
Some of the plug and plays that you can get, like the Atari, you just hook it up directly to the TV. Those paddles are pretty decent.
Okay.
But
I don't
then
know if I
again,
have one of those or not. I've got a couple of them. I don't think I have the paddle one.
Yeah. Did the Magnavox Odyssey have a paddle? I can't remember.
I don't remember. I mean, the Odyssey or Odyssey 2? Odyssey 2.
The Odyssey 2. Yeah, I can't remember.
No, to tell you the truth, that's a system that I almost want to start collecting for. It's true. Yeah. I'm a bit of a completionist. Like, I do enjoy trying to get them all, as you can see by the Xbox games behind me. But I look for a system like, I'm sorry, the NES system to me is not realistic anymore because I'm never going to get those $2,000 or $3,000 games, right?
Like stadium events, for example. Yeah, forget it. It's like $10,000. Come on. And
for what?
For Athletic World. It's the same game, people.
Yes, right. But Odyssey 2 is kind of doable, So and I do remember that system when I was a kid. If not playing it, I certainly stared at it in the Sears catalog, Christmas catalog, Christmas wish book every year.
That's what's nice about the older consoles like the Atari, the Intellivision. Their prices are reasonable. If you want to get into, unless you're trying to get Chase the Chuck Wagon, they're easy enough to find, and for the amount of joy you can get out of them, they're priceless.
Yep, agreed.
I was selling a couple of Atari games at a flea market once, and the person just wanted to buy the cartridge because they loved it. They thought it was so neat. And I'm like, okay, here you go.
Random Man says about the Microvision. I remember playing one of those when I was a little kid. Somewhere had one, and I was playing. I thought it was really neat, and I would like to collect for that. But seems to me that's getting pretty pricey too. Isn't that the Milton Bradley one, right?
Yeah, it was like the long one. Didn't it have cartridges too that went in?
Yeah, cartridges. It was like a handheld thing, and cartridge it was just blocky, but it was fun. The games were fun.
And just to back to the what was the favorite Intellivision game? I'd have to say either Tron Deadly Disc or Burger Time was pretty cool on the Intellivision, I gotta say. But but I think the best one has to be Bomb Squad. The fact that that the game talks to you and gives you your directions, that's awesome.
I can't. No, that's the wrong one. You'll never do it in time. The code. Figure out the code. Are you sure? Good going. You did it. You're a hero.
There's something that I want to show you guys.
That damn game too much. I don't know.
There's something that I want to show you guys. I found in my travels something very odd. I found this cartridge. I don't know if you've seen it before. I'm trying to make sure that it doesn't fade out in and out.
It does. It is.
Why it's important is it actually said, okay, you know what? I'm going to just turn off my green screen for a second because this is important.
Okay.
There we go. Sorry for the magic. Oh, the magic's lost. Oh, anyway. It's actually entitled as Intellivision.
Wow.
But it's Space Invaders.
And looking at the size of the cart, the shape looks more Intellivision.
But no, this is an Atari 2600 game.
Okay, yep, there it is. What the place is up with that? I've never heard of that.
It's actually made in Brazil.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks
So-
like maybe a foreign one because sometimes they get things mixed up.
I just thought that was neat.
That
is
is
really
neat.
cool. Were you in Brazil when you got that, or did you just find
Oh
that?
no. I just happened to find it in a thrift shop here and there. I found a few other cartridges, like Double Dragon for the Atari 2600. I had both. It was in PAL version as well as the NTSC version. The PAL version doesn't really work because it just flickers, but
That one.
Yeah. that one
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm running out of props.
What's that?
I'm running out of props. I think you're just gonna have to have me now.
We'll keep running. We got Tron Dudley disc, and we just keep pulling all the stuff all out of the hat here. I'll try to yet. The goal is reach everything and never have my butt leave the seat.
Yeah, isn't that the goal in life? Just never have to leave
Never
your
leave
butt.
your seat.
But then eventually you can't get your butt out of the seat. It's the problem with it. So
Yeah.
Tron, did you like the other Tron games?
Mazathon. That was a Mazathon, right? I think that was it.
Mazatron, yeah,
Mazatron.
yeah. And then you had, well, there's only two others. There was that and Tron Solar Sailor.
I don't recall those ones. All I remember is Tron Deadly Disc as being like the one that stands out for me. So
Well, I'll give you him. We were talking a little bit about the Intellivisionaries podcast the other day, and they've just recently put out a couple episodes where they've talked. People have submitted their top 10 video television games, and and I had a video on my channel and the audio clip that I did for them, and my favorite is Tron Deadly Discs as well. So
nice.
absolutely, I mean that I'll be quite honest that there's an awful lot to be said for the original AD&D. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, which is also known as Crown of Kings or Cloudy Mountain. I might put that up there too, and there may be a time where I would might like it better, but at the end of the day, that's a pretty good action game right there for 1982, right?
Are we gonna get it on the Amico though? Are they talking for licensing issues?
Oh, they are talking heavy, but
okay.
very difficult.
Yeah, it's Disney, right? So
Yeah.
it's gonna be tough.
There
I would
have
really
been
like to play
clues.
that.
There's been a ton of discussion with Tommy, and I tell you, if Tommy pops in here tonight, and you never know, he might. I think you should ask him.
Tommy. Oh, speaking
I
of
need
Tommy,
Tron Deadly Disc, and I need. What do I always say, Jeff? What do I need? Missile Command
Oh,
is no
Missile
replacement
Command.
for Atlantis.
Yeah.
I love Missile Command. I really do. I'm happy that it's coming out, and I'm anxious to play it. But
yeah, you got a copy of it already, though, right?
Missile Command. Oh yeah. I've got mine
Yeah.
back here. I got the 8.
Have you opened your 8 yet?
I have not. No.
Oh,
Now,
I
we
opened it
have,
up at-
one of the rare. I think there's only been 4 found in the world of the Gogamego variant.
what?
Here.
Pull 2 out to compare. Yeah. Jeff.
Yeah.
Take a look at
So all the games are coin up top, and then the
Right.
card down to bottom. I was on Chuck's show, and I was opening these up live, and I opened a Brain Duel, and it's the opposite. The
What?
coin's at the bottom. It's very strange.
that. Yeah.
Everything else is the same. It was just, I guess, when they manufactured, they just took this plastic piece and flipped it.
Huh?
And without opening them, you could look at the top, so I could see all 8 coins in mine.
Yeah.
So I do
can
not
see-
Oh, yeah, I
have
guess
variant,
so.
even though mine aren't open.
Oh yeah, all my coins are at the top. Wow.
So far,
Lucky.
there have been, 4 of those found, Jeff, that I'm aware of?
Something like that.
And
Doesn't
there's one
C-Mark
other
have
variant
2?
too. One other person had a different
Oh,
game. that
yeah,
was
someone
the
else
same
did.
way.
What game was that? I don't remember.
I really
Megan
can't remember. It
Fox?
was somebody we knew, and they were going through theirs, and they just showed them, and they had 2 variants, and it was like, hold it, you got the
Wow.
Go Game Go variant, and then we found the other game, and we had to name it after them, right?
That's right.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they had. Oh, now I have to spend more money, don't I?
Absolutely. There'll be lots of games to spend money on when the time comes.
we're
Ask
thinking
about
box.
Atlantis. Oh, yeah. So, did you ever play Atlantis?
For the Atari 2600, yes.
Yeah.
For the television, I might have a copy of it. I don't recall that one in detail.
Very similar, just had the flying saucer that you could fly away
Right.
and shoot at them at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, and it had like the different cities, right? Where you were
That's
able
right.
to, yeah.
Oh my
Atlantis
God.
2 was incredibly rare, and it was released in the Atlantis cart. So if you have, it's like the golden egg. If you happen to find the Atlantis cart, but it's actually Atlantis 2, that's super rare.
Well, it has a little sticker on it something that says Atlantis
Yeah.
2 is part of the contest.
Man, wouldn't that be awesome?
Born Distracted, I will try to make sure that Coco doesn't get towards any of my Amico games to do that. He just, Coco here, this thing, destroyed a copy of, what was it?
Double Dash.
Mario Kart Double Dare for the GameCube.
Yeah,
Double Dash.
Double Dash, that's it. Double Dash, yeah, Double Dare. Double Dash, yeah. So Coco is a little bit notorious now. We try to keep her away from the games when she's in the mood.
Yeah, so speaking about Tommy Talarico, that guy is awesome, I gotta say. Not that I'm sucking up or anything, but he's a really nice guy. Like I was able to meet him during the Video Games Live tours that he was here. And oh, am I going to jail? Nah. But no, he's a really nice guy. His Video Games Live series was just phenomenal. If you haven't seen it, go for it. It's so amazing. He actually picked me to play with the Symphony for Smash Brothers, and it was just one of those bucket list. It's just like check. You'll never be able to do that again in your life, and it was just an awesome experience. Little kid ended up unplugging his controller, and we had to stop the game and restart it. And I was winning, but whatever. But anyway, I came in second. I was happy.
That's cool. And you met Tommy then, obviously.
Yes, I've met him a few times. He's a great guy. He signed my Power Glove. I don't know where that is right now, but I have the Nintendo Power Glove.
So that's probably the only Tommy Talarico signed Power Glove in existence.
Yep. I have it signed by Tommy Talarico, Jack Wall, the conductor at the time, and Martin Lung, I believe his name was, the Mario piano, the blindfolded pianist. So I was able to get all of their signatures on it.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
We were talking about this briefly last night. I said, save the stories for the for the live stream, right? But where did you see them? Was it in Winnipeg?
Yeah, it was in Winnipeg.
How many times have they been there? I've never had the opportunity to go. They haven't been in my area in quite a while, but
I think they were about 6 or 7 times.
Oh wow!
And the only time I missed one was because I had to go to a friend's wedding.
Oh, okay.
So, but they played 2 shows that time, so I was able to get the Friday night, and then I had the wedding on the Saturday night. Otherwise, I would have gone.
That's wild. Yeah, that's awesome. I am hoping someday the world will sort of straighten out around and we'll get the opportunity to go again. So
yeah, you got to go, Pete. I've been twice. They're fantastic concerts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very. This is the difference between living in a city and living in the country.
It's worth the trip. It is worth the trip.
Definitely.
Oh, I definitely will be if the opportunity comes up now. I mean, it's just been a matter of waiting for it to start up again. A little preoccupied with other things at the moment, so there haven't been much of a tour going on.
Yeah,
but once this is all out and stabilized, you're going to see Video Games Live around the country again, huh?
Yeah, most likely. However, Tommy has said that he may not be part of it anymore.
Oh, really?
Because he's going to be focusing on the Intellivision company. So
true. Yeah.
And as soon as I found out that he was taking the CEO role of Intellivision, I'm like, oh, dude, you got to check this video. So I happened to send him the video, and he's like, I've never seen it before. I love it. And I'm like, wait, what? Tommy has my head floating in his mind now. What? And I just found out recently, because I posted it in the Facebook group, that Tommy actually goes back and watches it once every couple weeks.
Yeah.
What? Seriously? That's awesome.
That was so cool. This was sort of led to this conversation. I got hold of you because I hadn't really seen anything that you'd done too much lately. Hadn't seen you on any of the sites, any of the groups on Facebook. Then all of a sudden, bang, there you were. It's like, holy crap! You posted a link to your video, and it was like, it's freaking my Intellivision guy, NintendoChampion. I didn't know that, but I didn't know your name or anything at the time. And so it was really cool to sort of, you appeared out of nowhere, and here we are today.
Yeah, I have done some videos here and there, like for Mr. Yankovic's recent birthday, maybe like a couple years ago. I ended up doing a video where I would sing his happy birthday song, and I would change shirts every so often. So every beat you would see a different shirt. And it just, some of the editing in there was just like really cool to see that happen.
That's hilarious.
But I decided that out. I gotta apologize in advance. I decided to do a New Year's resolution one year in 2011, where I wanted to tell a joke a day for 365 days. So I did it. I uploaded it every single day for that year, and I got so much hate mail. It's ridiculous.
Seriously?
So there was one comment that was, I was worse than the Holocaust and AIDS combined. And I'm like, okay. So you're successful if you're getting hate mail.
How bad were those jokes?
Oh, they were dad jokes. They were terrible. Absolutely terrible. But it's still on my YouTube channel. You can watch them from January 1st all the way to December 31st, 2011. I don't recommend it. Don't do it. You will be suffering from it. You'll have nightmares. I still do from having to make it.
But still, the challenge was accepted.
Yeah, and that was, I think, the first New Year's resolution I actually stayed with and completed. So
nice.
Another checklist on the old bucket list.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go back and talk about Weird Al a little bit. Like you hit that topic up there about 10 minutes beforehand, just before you logged on, Jeff. He goes, "Oh, I really like Weird Al." I said, "Oh, really?" So I like Weird Al. Okay, I have a feeling that I am not the passionate, crazy, Weird Al fan that you are, baby. But I have gone
probably not
4 times, and he puts on an amazing show every time.
He is touring again. The unfortunate return of the ill-advised Vanity Tour. So if he comes your way, definitely check him out. It's an incredible show, and don't expect to hear your hits, because he plays his deep cuts, and they're deep and they're awesome.
This is going to be just his own original stuff.
Yeah,
and
he is a phenomenal performer. He's a genius. I cannot stress how amazing this gentleman is. I just want to bow down to him, and I am one of the very lucky few that actually got to meet him.
Did you?
And yes, and how it had happened was just mind-blowing. It was during his Alpocalypse tour. I had purchased VIP tickets. At the time, they didn't have the meet and greet, so it was just you can. I had contacted the webmaster of WeirdAl.com because I wanted to meet him after all these years. So I had bought the VIP package, and I had asked him, "Is there any way that I can meet him?" And it turns out the webmaster is John Bermuda Schwartz, his drummer.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't know that at the time.
No.
So John emailed me back, and he said, as long as they don't kick you out of the venue, sure, you can meet him. I'm like, wait, what? Okay. So then what I did was I phoned the venue, and I'm like, I would really like to see if I can meet Al. Is there any possible way that this could happen? And the event coordinator said, well, you know what? It's a little too early. Call me back a week before. I'm like, okay, no problem. So then I phoned her back the week before the concert, and I asked, hey, is there any way that I can see him and meet him? And she's like, yeah, how many tickets do you want? Wait, what? Is this happening? Can I have 2, please? And I didn't want to push my luck at the time. And she's like, yeah, those 2 tickets will be there for you waiting to go see him. After all these years, I had to ask. I just had to ask politely. It was like, what?
Wow.
So I went to we went to the concert. It was phenomenal. Had front row seats. I actually got to see his Dan sticker when he was doing Skipper Dan, or his tag, and that's how close I was. It was so amazing. And then when we got to meet him, we were in the back room, and my wife had made this picture of some of his characters.
Yep.
And so she wanted to bring it to him and give it to him as a gift and have him sign one. And so we're sitting there in the back room, and we're just dead silence. No one's talking. The Jets game was on. Nobody was talking. I'm like, are you guys serious? Like, you are about to meet Weird Al. Come on, right?
So they're watching the hockey game.
And they're just watching a hockey game. Like, come on. So then Al comes in with a donut and he goes, hey, and then he leaves. I'm like, is that it? Is that the only way that we're gonna meet him? Luckily, no. He walked back in and he started meeting us. And of course, my wife and I had to go first because we were the ones like talking the most, I guess.
Yeah.
And my wife goes first and she says, here is the picture. And he's like, oh yeah, I've seen this. So Twitter works. It's incredible.
Wow.
So he signed it and she thanked him very much. And then it was my turn and I babbled on. I said, like, I was in your Wait and Nerdy fan video for Yahoo back in the day. That was my first video ever posted on YouTube. I won your Canadian Idiot Much Music Contest video. Can I have a hug? And he's like, yeah, bring it in. I hugged this man. The world stopped. It was a perfect moment. It was incredible.
Yes, sir.
As soon as I got out of the concert, I wrote on Twitter and I said, kids, dreams do come true.
There you go.
So it's just
That's
incredible.
amazing.
And I also got to
Story.
meet John Bermuda. I got to meet John Bermuda Schwartz as well at the end of the concert. And he's a super nice guy too. The whole band is amazing.
Yeah.
Just,
Well, it's
I
like
cannot-
when you think about that, like Stevie J and Ruben Valterra,
Yeah.
Valtiera, and what's the other?
Jim West.
Jim West.
Yeah, Jim Keenan West.
They've been together for 40 years.
Yep.
Jeez.
Except
I
for
mean-
Ruben.
Oh,
He was he was recruited in 92.
Oh,
he's the
okay.
new guy.
Okay.
They always
He's
tease
the
him
new
about
guy.
him.
He's only been there 29 years.
Exactly.
So it's kind of amazing, you know. And they still say today Weird Al is one of three. Who was it? It was
you're talking about the 4 generations or the 4 decades?
Four decades or 5 decades.
U2. It was U2, Madonna, and Michael Jackson.
And Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And Weird Al are the only ones across that many. And his best debuting album was Mandatory Fun.
His last
Right?
one.
His
It's like,
last
come
one.
on, people.
It's like he gets bigger all the time.
Yeah.
Every time
And
it
now
comes out, it's bigger and bigger and bigger. And
now
I
that he's
recently
on tour,
saw
it's gonna be
I
great.
saw the Strings Attached tour where he played.
You got to see that one?
I saw the Strings Attached tour in Guilford, New Hampshire, and that was the one where he played with the 54-piece orchestra. And the opening act, like the first hours, they come out and the orchestra did movie music, right? So they did, it was 45 minutes, but all it was Raiders of the Lost Ark, Star Wars, Superman, and then what do you call it? Jaws and E.T. and everything. What's the word I'm looking for? All mixed together. It was fantastic. Yeah, it was fantastic. Then he came out and he did a lot of his newest stuff, a lot of his older stuff. But he came on and he said, okay, this is a song that I never get to do, but I can do it. And on this tour for the first time ever was the Jackson Park Express.
Oh, fantastic song. It
And
must
there's
have been
actually a great
incredible.
video on there. It's about 8 or 9 minutes long. A great video on YouTube of him doing it in this concert. But he has to have that orchestra with him to do it, right?
Yeah.
So he's never done it in concert before.
He did, though.
Well,
did
yeah,
on the-
but not the same.
He says that he didn't, but he
not
did.
in the same manner, correct?
Correct.
So
He didn't play it with a real orchestra. He played it with his MIDI accordion. Wow. I have 2 box sets of accordions. Why can't I remember the name of the blah? Anyway.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a fantastic JD say. JD is a huge music guy. He made the comment earlier about what a great musician Al is, and Weird Al is a fantastic musician. No ifs, ands, buts about it.
And he's I ended up getting new earbuds. Now I don't promote these or anything, but these are like the Between Audio Pro, the Status. And I'm listening to Weird Al on these things for the very first time, and I'm hearing stuff I've never heard before.
Oh wow.
So, and I've listened to Al for years.
Yeah.
And I'm able to hear stuff I've never heard before. Maybe I'm getting older. I don't know. But it's just I can't get enough of this guy. So,
it's not supposed to work that way. I think I'm a little bit older than you, and I'm starting to hear less than I used to before. I don't know.
You need to turn it up a little louder.
Yeah, maybe that's. I think I had it on too loud when I was younger. What do you think, Coco?
I was just looking at Weird Al's tour dates, and
133.
He's coming here to St. Louis. I can go see him.
There you go. If you've never seen him, I'm telling you, Jeff, it is 100% worthwhile.
Yeah, I've never seen him live. Yeah,
do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Cool.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
But again, this tour is not. You're not going to hear Fat or Eat It, for example, but you're going to hear One More Minute, and you're going to hear maybe hardware store, something like that.
That would be incredible.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. But you'll probably get like Airline Amy. He said that in the Winnipeg tour, he said he wasn't going to do She Never Told Me She Was a Mime ever again. But who knows? You'll probably get Velvet Elvis, Jackson Park Express, Albuquerque.
That's what I was going to say. Of all the songs to hear live, that's the one I want to hear live that I've never heard. I've never known him to do it live. I mean, it's a 12, 13-minute song.
And he extends it in concert.
There you go. So you've seen it, obviously. How many times have you seen him now, then?
Seen Al? Probably 8 or 9.
There you go. Yeah.
The Alcan tour in 94. Not the Alpalooza tour. He basically, every time he's come to Winnipeg, I've been there, and he skipped Poodle Hat and the Strings Attached tour, which just kind of broke my heart because I would have loved to hear him with his orchestral music.
You have the orchestra.
I'm jealous. I'm so jealous.
You have the orchestra right there for it as well. If you have Video Games Live playing there, because of course all those places they use local orchestras when they do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's too bad.
So hopefully he'll do the fortunate return of the Strings Attached tour after this one. Who knows?
I'm sitting there thinking, I don't know, just for people's knowledge, I'm sure there's a lot of Canadians in the chat and such too, but may not understand how big of a city Winnipeg is. Winnipeg is over 500,000 people, isn't it now?
The number is slowly decreasing because of all the murders.
Well, there you go. Yeah,
it's the murder capital of Canada, so I can't really take a lot of credit.
Usually, though, what I've heard that too, but sometimes it's overlooked as being as big of a city as it is if you're not from Canada.
Right. Yeah.
Fair enough to say.
It feels very much like Chicago. We get a lot of movie companies coming in that if they want to make a movie that looks like Chicago, they come to Winnipeg because it's cheaper.
Yeah. The big difference between the Canadian cities and the American cities is that the Canadian cities are the city and there's nothing around it. And the American cities are a city with another smaller cities all around it. So it never seems to end.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what, the chat have anything else in there? Anything to ask? You see anything coming through, Jeff?
I did not see any questions. Let's see.
If you have any questions for Mike, spit them out about the video, about Weird Al. He's going to be able to answer anything. Oh, my God.
That would be incredible.
Now, what kind of a game? What kind of a game would you want it to be, though?
Well, there's like Accordion Hero. Let's bring that back. Let's play like Guitar Hero, but with the accordion. I could totally use another plastic peripheral. Come on, bring it on. And the motion controls could work for Amico. Come on,
that's true.
Or a platformer. But there is a couple of Weird Al games out there floating around. There is a computer game called Virus Alert. Someone decided to make the Flash game into a real PC game. There is a couple ROM hacks where they took the band and put their faces on Super Mario Brothers 2. So that's kind of creative. Cool. That's all I remember. I don't know anymore. I got nothing. That's all. That's it.
Well, I tell you, you can make something out of the Weird Al show. you could make some sort of
Yes.
platformer out of all the different things that were in the Weird Al show, which was a lot like Pee-wee's Playhouse, let's say. Not quite as off the wall as Pee-wee's Playhouse, but in a way, just as much. It was very similar, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Oh, poor Al. I feel so bad for him with it when it comes to the Weird Al show, because the network wanted him to do an educational show, and that's not Al's style, right?
No.
So at the very beginning of every episode, he shows the moral and rips it to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Because he hates it. He hated it. If you listen to the Shout DVD commentary, it is much better than the actual episodes. It's basically, it was too kiddie for adult and too adult for kids. And that was the problem. But it was a pretty cool show. It was
really. And if anybody's looking for that show, you can watch it in its entirety on Tubi.
Yes.
Yeah. It's all available. I got the DVD set here. The DVD sets, I think, are not as easy to get anymore, but it's all available on Tubi. Al would probably parody a bunch of games in one, and that's an idea too, I suppose. You could take the whole band and put them, get various different games, make parodies of the games.
Weird Al's Deadly Accordions. I don't know. That'd be excellent. He is actually at the end of Bill and Ted's Face the Music, if you've seen that movie before. He has a little cameo, and the thing is, they didn't pay him. He just heard that they were looking for people to play music at the end of the movie, and he's like, "Oh, okay, here, I'll submit some video for it," and they put him in. So, nice little tidbit.
So, are you a fan of UHF?
Weird Al parody?
Right?
Oh, I love UHF.
Yeah,
I can pretty much quote it. It's been a while, but I can pretty much quote it off. Okay, no.
While it's playing.
While it's playing, oh yeah, I know everything about it when I'm watching it, and I can like talk along with it. So
yeah,
but yeah, I love the supplies gag. Always gets me, where it's like they knock on the door, open the supplies cabinet, supplies.
One of my favorite parodies, their little cameos that Al did, was when Frank Drebin's coming down off the plane, and he gets up to the microphone, does all the speeches. Yeah, well, you don't know what it's like when you lose somebody you love. And then George Kennedy saying, "I said, they're not here for you, Frank. Weird Al Yankovic's on the plane." And what Al comes off with
Weird Al actually took dates to the movie, and then he sat beside them watching that same scene and wanted to see what their reaction was. What?
Yeah,
so,
great idea.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, so anything else there in the chat we got going here?
I could
go with Stu. There you go.
I could say a few more things about the video if anybody.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the plane flying into my mouth at that in the flying a plane moment was complete fluke. We didn't plan on it. We just happened to put the video on there, and it's like, hey, that's kind of cool. What? And it's just perfect timing. That was cool. There was a computer malfunction during half of the video, during the hibernation word, that it glitched and it froze me while I was saying it, and it just worked so well. If you can't see it, well, now you know it's there. But as a creator, you see the glitches, and you just always remember all the troubles you went through the video. But that one actually worked so well that we decided to keep it in there. It's just like, it was like a moment where a beat. It's like, hibernation. It was just, okay, cool.
How did you record it? What did you use for the camera to record?
Oh man, we used a really old digital camera at the time. The camera it recorded on DV tapes, if you remember.
Little DVDs?
No, not DVDs. DV.
Oh, those. I know what you mean.
Micro tape. Yeah, it was digital, and we had to firewire it into our computers in order to get the information off. It took so long, and nowadays we have like easy. You just pop out the SD card, boom, and you're done. So I miss those. I wish, man, if I had the technology that we had today, back when that happened, when I was making videos, I would probably have a completely different life at this point. I may just be doing videos for a living. Who knows? So in some alternate reality, there is me out there, the Nintendo champion, doing Intellivision songs on a 24-hour day, 7-day week lifestyle schedule. I don't know.
Well, listen, the opportunity's out there for you to do one more.
I know.
At least get your name on it, assist, you know?
I know I am looking very much to streaming the Amico games and giving my honest opinions on the games. I know, hey, like any games, some of them are going to be not great, but some of them are going to be great. So we'll see.
You're not going to hit a home run with every game, but I think every game that they have right now is going to be good. They'll be great, but there'll be some that are just good.
Right.
At this point. Yeah.
So what is everyone looking forward to? Like, what is the one Amico game that they're looking forward to playing? Oh, caught him off guard. The interviewer has become the interviewees.
No, there you go. You obviously have one in mind too, but I've been saying all along the first game that I'm going to play is Astro Smash.
Oh, yeah.
Not my absolute favorite game on the original Intellivision, but it's definitely, I consider the one of the most well-known games in the system. And my whole thing about the Amico is not to do with educational games. My kids are grown. I want to see the remastering of the original system and the system grow with new games, but in the same template of type of game, like, the couch co-op, but the sit down, play a game in 10 minutes if you want to play, be all done. And if that's all you want to play, you sit down. Not something you're going to say, hey, I have 178 hours in Skyrim today, which exactly. I do have 178 hours of Skyrim and I love it, but that's not what I want. I want, like, I can flip on my ultimate flashback for the Intellivision. I can play 6 different games in an hour.
Exactly. As much as I love The Legend of Zelda, I very much do. It just takes 40 hours. I don't have that time anymore. So the Amico may just be right up my alley where I'm just sit, play with my kids, and then we're done for the day, and we had a great time.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have my Switch for the longer, bigger Nintendo games, and my Amico for I'll play 4, 5, 6 games in an hour and have a lot of fun. One game I'm looking forward to is Evel Knievel.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I was a big fan, but I also like that style of game because I've played Trials on the 360. The game where motorcycle game, and you kind of just
have you heard the lore about? Have you heard the lore about Trials?
No.
Oh, that's going to be for another episode because that's a long conversation. Let's just say in the year 2440, there's going to be a box opened up at the bottom of the Eiffel Tower. You'll have to do your research on that one. It's a really cool story to follow. Yeah, I don't know the exact date when it's going to open up, but definitely because there's like I think it's an ARP or something like that. Kind of like how I Love Bees with Halo. Definitely check that out for Trials. It's just mind blowing. But I'm looking forward to Finnegan Fox.
Yeah.
Bomb Squad, of course. I don't know when that one's coming out, but I'm
that's just it. It's like some of the ones I'm looking forward to the most. Older games aren't near being done yet. Like I'm looking forward to B-17 Bomber. Sorry, but I don't care if it hasn't been announced or not. This is what I'm looking forward to. This is in 2018 when this was first discussed. 19, whatever, but after Keith passed, and it was I sort of thought Tommy was going to take it over. Those are the things that I was looking forward to the most before there was ever any talk about what games are coming. So I'm still most looking forward to those games, even though, they may not come. But we're definitely going to have Astro Smash. Lance it on there. Biplanes. Biplanes is great.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Moon Patrol. I was a big fan of the game, the soundtrack. I want to see what they do with it.
Yes.
I know that the demo just didn't give us enough meat. I need more. We want to do more. I guess that's the whole design of the demo, of course. But
I probably would have enjoyed the demo a little bit more if it had been PC based, like the Breakout demo was. because I had a hard time with my phone because it would lose sensitivity after so long, and it just didn't work very well. But and I've said this 1,000 times before, it's not a game that I'm looking forward to the most. And again, it's another thing which was sort of talked about a year after release, which would have been right now, but the world is the way the world is. I want to be able to sit down and play an original game of Major League Baseball or World Championship Baseball against Jeff in St. Louis or against you in Winnipeg, right?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Online. And I know
are they doing online?
What's that?
Are they doing online now?
They're not, as of right now, they are not doing online. There's no servers where you can go search for players and stuff like that to play against. But there's always been discussion that about a year after it opened up, you may conceivably see something where it's a peer-to-peer type process where I could link into you directly, as opposed to having that big, massive chat room which really is the issue of contention. It's the bone of contention, right? But
go ahead.
Because I'm sorry, when's the last time that you've played at a game of, like, I use this example. I want to play a damn game of Sea Battle someday where I'm not trying to teach the person to play at the same time.
Or on the other hand, getting your butt handed to you.
Well, yeah. It's like, who wants to pick up a television game that's never played it before and play against somebody who's been playing it their whole life? 2-player. Yeah. But if it's online and there's a way for these people to play these original games and they come out head to head, that would be incredible. That's the stuff that I'm looking forward to the most. May not happen, but it still could. It's not.
I'm hoping that the Friends leaderboards comes out day one or soon after, because there'll be a mad rush of all of us trying to give each other our friend code or whatever,
with
so we can...
Tommy being the top of every list.
Yeah. The TV's Hasselhoff. There's always someone ready to play Sea Battle. Oh, you're friggin' right. But the trouble is they're usually 1,000 miles away.
Yeah. Sea Battle is going to be a really good one too. And even like Armor. No, sorry. Oh, is it Armor Battle? I keep remembering the Atari 2600 version of it. Is it called Armor Battle with the tanks?
Well, it's Tank Battle.
Oh, Tank Battle.
Armor Ambush is the M Network version.
Right.
Armor Battle, and then you have in Triple Action, you have the tanks, and what they're going to have for the Amico is Tank Battle. And it's frankly very much a combination of both Armor Battle and the combat style tank game from Triple Action.
Nice.
Yeah. There's a good deep dive video that was released 2 weeks ago, Jeff. Does that sound right?
Might have been 3 weeks ago, because last week we didn't get one. And then 2 weeks ago was Astro Smash.
That's right.
Yeah, so it was 3 weeks ago.
Do you guys know what the sixth mystery game is yet?
Nope.
No.
Nobody
has not announced it.
Nope.
I'm interested to see what that is, because if I'm hoping that they would release it, like not say anything and just okay, what?
Down showed up.
What?
If he spelled his name right, it would be okay.
Okay, I had a mini heart attack.
There you go.
But yeah, no, I hope that they don't announce the game for when they release the game, because you buy the system and you get the game, and then it's going to be like a surprise. I think that would be the good way to do it. I think
there's an idea of Brock's, like, that's very true. What to somehow do that through JZI and TV. I really don't know. I don't know how it would work out, like something through the Raspberry Pi, which Ultimate Flashback ultimately is just a Raspberry Pi with online connectivity. So I don't know. It would be a completely different set of programming. I don't know if it's even possible, like through that platform. I don't. Somebody else posted here earlier, is they're going to be able to do cell shaded graphics, the Amico. I don't know.
Time will tell.
I would think it's something. I don't think it's anything that taxing, is it? It's just a style of art. Yeah.
I'm also looking forward to Earthworm Jim. I don't know if anybody really talks about it that much, but I like Earthworm. I miss him. I hear there's a TV show coming up.
Brother Mike, good to see you, man. Go for a new Sub Hunt. Sub Hunt's a fantastic game. First person Sea Battle. Right on.
And then Shark, looking forward to.
Shark is going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, that's a great game. There you go.
Whoa, was that the overlay?
The overlay, yeah.
The original overlay? Okay, cool.
Yep.
Nice.
I've got that in my Intellivision as we speak.
Lance saying the tricks used to be when you go to lay your mines playing against somebody sitting there trying to not make any noise on the overlay when you lay your mines so they won't know where they are.
Yeah, I just love games in general. Like I have everything from Nintendo to Super Nintendo to GameCube, Wii U, Sega, Master System, Dreamcast. I have a Vectrix. Does anybody remember the Vectrix?
Oh, I always wish I had one. Those are awesome.
I don't want to talk about a Vectrix. You want to hear my sad story of the day?
Okay. Do I want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yesterday, friend of mine at work, great guy, that was good of him to do it, send me a message. I saw that he sent me a message, but I was busy. I looked at it a couple hours later, and what he was sending me is somebody had just listed a Vectrix and 12 games on the local buy and sell.
Oh,
and I won't tell you for how much money, but I would have gotten it.
Oh, no.
And by the time I saw it 2 hours later and sent the message, somebody else said one person had gotten hold of it. But if they don't want it, it's yours. They took it. That was yesterday. So,
ouch.
Yeah. Can I tell you, $250? Vectrix and 2 games. Work perfectly.
Yeah.
It sounds like a
price.
steal, Pete.
That's a good price. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very good price,
Wow.
actually. But I didn't get it. And no crying over spilt milk. My fault. If I had looked at the message when I first got it, I may very well have gotten that Vectrix, but I didn't. And say la vie. Say la vie.
There's always
Public Pete's pickup video.
There's always the hunt. That's
yeah.
Once your collection starts to get too massive, you start losing the feeling of the hunt. That's what I'm currently experiencing right now. I am still on the hunt for an Atari Jaguar, though.
Okay, yeah.
I don't have one of those yet, and it's always been my Halo, like,
I had one of those, and we just yesterday, of all things, we were watching a history of the Jaguar video.
Nice.
And it was really interesting because I was watching with my oldest son. And the funny thing was they would show some games and they looked really good. And they showed some other games and they looked like bad 8-bit games. I'm like, how is it so bad? And they explained in the video that there was several chips in there. And one chip was like a really old processor that was meant just to forward messages to the others. And they said it was much easier for some of the programmers to just use that old processor because they were used to it. So they were putting out all these really old looking games. And unfortunately they weren't taking advantage of it.
Remember the old advertisements for it where it's like they're making fun of Nintendo. It's like 8 plus 8 bits is only 16 bits. The Jaguar is 64. Think of the math. But then Nintendo did it with their Nintendo 64 anyway. So bits. That's
what I was saying to my son. I was like, is the Jaguar the last one that actually mentioned bits? And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Forgot about them.
But yeah, sometimes people ask me what my favorite Nintendo game is, and that is incredibly difficult to pick because I love most of them. I can't say all of them because some of them suck. But I would say, the Mega Man series always holds a place in my heart. I love the third one the best. Just the music in there just hits me hard. But if I had to pick one, I actually had a game custom made for me. Okay, this is going to show a little bit of an odd side of me. If you can't tell, I'm an odd person. So someone had made a ROM hack of Mega Man 3, but they placed My Little Pony characters in them. So you're basically Twilight Sparkle going around shooting all of the other characters as the bosses, and then you had to fight Discord at the end. So I had that made into a cartridge, and my wife is a graphic designer, so she was able to make the front cover for me. So I have a custom-made Nintendo game that has custom everything, and that would be the one I would run into a burning building to take from, because I just
That's awesome.
that one's priceless to me. I can have like the Little Samsons or the Bonk. Oh, I wish I had a Bonk. But that would be the one where I would be putting it like in a box, like on the wall or whatnot.
So where is your NES collection at as far as being complete?
Oh,
like, are you close to? You just talked about a few titles there that anybody would love to have.
yeah. There's 826, I think, or something like that.
Around there, yeah.
I am missing 15, I think. 15 or 16. And of course, stadium events is one of them. I will never get the stadium events. And another higher one, well, the two higher ones would be Flintstones Rescue a Dino Hoppy, I think.
Not the Dino Hoppy one, the other one.
Oh, Surprise at Dinosaur Peak. Sorry.
Yeah,
that one.
Dinosaur Peak. Yeah.
I had a chance of getting that one, but it had label damage, and I was young and stupid at the time. I'm hoping it was a repro, and I missed it. And then the other one would be Bonk's Adventure. Those are the two that are the heavy ones I missed. Back in the day, I had a chance of getting it for $90. I was at an eBay auction for it, and I got beat, and I'm like, well, I can't justify $90 on an original Nintendo game. Oh, it's like $500 now.
Yeah, Bonk is one of the ones that just was. It was a bit, but it was nothing major. Then all of a sudden, it just shot.
Yeah, but I do have a Little Samson. I was quite happy about that one. I found that at a flea market, and the guy was selling it for like $75 to $90. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna get bonked again. So I picked it up, and I didn't think it was like I didn't think it was going to be that rare, and sure enough, it's like what, 1,200 now, something like that, and quite happy with that one. And I actually play the games. I don't like put them on a shelf and like keep them hoarded away. Well, right now it kind of is, because we just recently moved and I'm trying to organize everything. But I have played and beat Little Samson on the actual cartridge. I wouldn't mind playing on the actual cartridge. I take care of my games. I know how to like make sure that they are still mint. So games are meant to be played, not to keep sealed.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. What other systems do you have? Like, where's your television system at, or your collection at right now?
Not
physically, but how many games do you have?
Well, the Intellivision, there's not too many. I have a shelf full. Want to say about 50 to 75. I haven't really kept track of that one, unfortunately.
Yeah, right. As well as only 125. So,
okay, then probably not that much. I can't fully remember. A lot of them are not. A lot of them are loose. I try to keep. I like to get the box manuals, overlays, and stuff. But
Intellivision is one of the ones that sort of always was. Whenever you see it, you see it more often with the box than you do without. I mean,
someone just asked what my most hard to get console. Well, right now I can't get the Atari Jaguar. I'm still looking for that one. I had the opportunity to get a Neo Geo, but I was in Calgary at the time, and I couldn't justify bringing that on the plane. However, the thing I did bring on the plane was the TurboGrafx Express. Yeah. So it's a little handheld version of the TurboGrafx 16.
Yeah.
Now, what's really funny about it is I brought it through customs, and I brought it through I was on an airplane, and I brought it through the TSA or whatever. I don't know. I can't remember what they're called here in Canada, but they took me aside, and they were asking me what my what was in my bag, because I had all my video games in there that I bought in Calgary, and I was flying back home. And they took out the TurboGrafx Express, and they're like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, it's a toy! It is a toy! It is a toy! It just plays video game." That is the only time I will ever call a video game console a toy. Because it looked like a bomb detector or some kind of bomb, and I'm like, "Oh my god, no! It's a game! It's a video game system! Please let me show you seriously." And I was so thankful afterwards that everything went smoothly, but.
There's my Turbo Express right in the middle of that top shelf there, Mike.
Nice. Did you get that when it first came out, or did you find it in your hunts?
No, I got it when it was still out originally. It was brand new.
Nice.
I have the TV tuner still.
Nice. Does it work?
Oh yeah, the system still works. Yeah.
No,
it's
the
like,
TV tuner.
Like TV tuner. I don't think those. Isn't everything digital now? I don't think
there's nothing analog for it to pick up. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything to pick up anymore.
That's too bad. I miss the. I missed that. What's this?
Neo Geo Pocket Color.
Nice. You got the black one, right?
Yeah.
Very cool.
I just found that my kid found it for me at a flea market not a year ago. So
nice.
Stuff is still kicking around, right? There's still stuff kicking around, like a Vectrex for.
Oh man,
that's so pop up.
You just never know.
I guess. Well, I have a Philips CDI and a 3DO. Both terrible systems, just terrible. But the reason why I wanted the CDI was because of the Philips Hotel Mario. Oh, it's a terrible game, but it's so cringy. It's awesome, you know?
I thought you were going to say the Zelda games.
And yeah, I have Faces of Evil. I don't have Zelda's Zelda's Adventure. I don't have that one. I think I might have Wand of Gamelon, but which Intellivision do I have? Okay,
we saw the two in the 2609.
I've got this guy.
Yeah.
This was my first Intellivision. I found it at a yard sale with a bunch of games. That's how I got mine. So I thought it was ironic where at the end of the video, it was my mom sold mine at a garage sale, and I happened to buy it in a garage sale. So that went full circle. And then I've got the big dude. I apologize. I don't know the model numbers.
Hey, HTK, good to see you, man. Good to see you, Pete.
You cannot see it. It's phasing out of existence. There. Oh, no, come on. I feel like Star Trek. I'm like getting teleported with my machines. There we go.
That to me is still the classic one. I mean, it's still the best one. I love all the other versions. I'd love to have all the newer systems like the 3, the Super Pro and stuff like that, which I don't. I have a Sears.
Oh yeah. I have a Gemini.
Those are neat.
Yeah. Coleco's take on the
Atari 2600. It's like, why?
Yeah.
It just seems strange to me, the existence of it.
There's also the modulars that you can get for the Coleco that allows you to play Atari games on the Coleco.
Yep.
Oh, and yeah, they have one for the Intellivision too, right?
They do. System changer.
Right.
I do not have. They're hard to get. I got cat hair all over me here now.
Really? Are they hard to get?
The system changers are hard to get. For the
no. I saw one here in Winnipeg. Oh crap. I should get it. I hope he still has it.
Well, they're not easy to get. They're all the same colors your television too, right? Pretty much.
Yeah.
I think you can get British ones or Europe PAL ones that are original brown, darker brown. But they're not real easy to come by.
Oof.
They're certainly not play cables or anything like that are next to impossible. But
oh yes, I wanted to have a way that I would be able to play all of my consoles. I'm still trying to figure out how to convert RF to component.
HDMI.
Yeah, but I found a way that I can take Nintendo and upscale it all the way to HDMI, and I found the entire path to do it. And I'm going to I want to set up my setup that it has my Nintendo, Super Nintendo, 64, GameCube. I'm going to bypass the Wii because the Wii U plays Wii games and the GameCube game plays the GameCube. So I don't really need my Wii in that mix.
Yeah.
And then my Switch, and then I'm going to have my Xbox 360, Xbox One, and the PlayStation 1 through 4. I'm going to have them all hooked up so that I'll be able to output to my TV and then output. I have a device that streams HDMI content that's going to go directly to a webcam that I'm going to be able to stream. I'm so looking forward to this new setup. It's going to be great. And the conversion piece that you're missing, if anybody's interested, is the Retro Tink. This guy allows you. Yeah. Okay. So you guys know about this?
Well, I've heard of it for sure. I've seen it set up. I don't have one.
Yeah, it's amazing. It does upscale beautifully.
Yeah.
So it's the cheapest that you can get with still getting great quality out of it.
Okay.
So I recommend the Retro Tink. However, the what is it called? The Marcella. It's the game. It's the little HDMI connection that. Are you guys frozen? No, I see Jeff.
I'm
moving.
just listening.
Oh,
No,
okay.
we were just so engrossed.
The Marcella cable that is supposed to do like HDMI upscaling. I don't know if it works for me or not. I would really like someone else to try it and with their setup to see if it actually does increase. But I think what it did for me was it made my Nintendo 64 screen bigger. So I think I still will keep it. But the thing is, the most important thing, no lag. Throughout this entire process of going from RetroTink to Marcella to HDMI, boom, no lag. M Classic. It's called the M Classic. That's the little box that I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've got that on my Nintendo 64, and it improves the look a little bit. But the big thing, of course, is the HDMI. But that same cable for GameCube, I've got what was it called? The Eon, I think.
Yeah,
I've got that for the GameCube. It's an HDMI adapter, and that changes the look of the games. I mean, an unbelievable amount. It takes it from looking okay to just tremendous. Because
Really?
the GameCube has a lot of games that can support progressive scan, yeah. And so those games in particular, some of them like F-Zero, the image looks so much better. Plus, it also does widescreen.
Yeah,
like a true widescreen. It doesn't just stretch it. It's great.
Mario Kart Double Dash was another one that did that progressive scan. But
that looks great on the GameCube.
Yeah, the one drawback on the Retro Tink is that I was not able to get my component cables coming out of my GameCube to work with it correctly because progressive scan is not compatible with the version of Retro Tink I have. It could work now, I don't know, but that's just something to keep in mind. But I'm gonna look into your cable if you want to maybe like write it.
Yeah, afterwards we could figure that out.
Yeah.
Because
I definitely want to look into that.
But they have Eons for several different systems now, right? Like Xbox, and those aren't the $150 ones. They're like $30 or $40, correct, Jeff?
No, those are the expensive ones.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. But the M Classic, I think that's cheaper, isn't it?
It's
like more closer to 100.
Yeah.
As opposed to like 150.
Yeah, and their customer service is top notch though, because I had said that when I was first trying out one, I said, yeah, it didn't really seem to be working for me. So what they did was they sent me another one, and then they sent me another like 2 sets of cables on top of that. So their customer service, I'll give it to them. Like, good on you. Good on you.
Right on.
Someone had asked what my most obscure console in my collection was. Whoa.
Right there.
There we go. Oh, man. So there's like... I try to get all the series as much as I can. So like I have the Atari 2600, 5200, 7800. I have the Atari Lynx. I don't have the Jaguar, so that's sticking point. It's like the Vectrix kind of. But I guess I guess, yeah, the Vectrix would be pretty obscure, but look who I'm talking to. I keep forgetting. You guys have just as much as the obscure stuff as I do. So yeah, I guess Vectrix would have to be one of them. I have a couple Commodore 64s. I have the Amiga. So
Amiga.
yeah, I have a Coleco Atom computer, if you remember
Oh
those.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I have an Atari 400. I have an Atari XE in box with the light gun. So that was
cool.
a fun find.
You have an Atari Falcon.
I don't. Uh-oh.
We had someone on Pete's show the other day.
that was TJ. He was in here earlier. I don't know if he's still around or not, but TJ
Yeah.
was on 2 weeks ago. He's a big collector of the older computer systems like that. He had just gotten an Atari Falcon in box.
Nice.
Beautiful system.
Nice. As for, I guess my happy moment with a boxed item would be the Miracle Piano Teaching System for the original Nintendo. I have that thing pretty much brand new in box, and I love the story behind it. I was on eBay searching, and when I was younger, I saw it in the Consumers. It was the precursor to Game Players magazine. It was Consumers Electrics, or I might have been Game Players. Anyway, they were showing that there's a piano you can hook up to your Nintendo. I'm like, what? Okay, so multiple years went past, and I finally got some disposable income, and I went on eBay, and I found one that was boxed, complete, basically brand new. The kids bought it for their grandmother. The grandmother had played it for a few times, hated it, wrote basement on the box. Fine. But then shoved it in their basement for years, completely forgot about it. And then this guy came out and he pulled it out of the basement and put it on eBay. I tell you, there was a bidding war for that one, but I ended up winning it, and I'm really happy with it. Like it's basically brand spanking new. So
nice.
I guess that's one of the gems.
And whatever you paid for it back then, it's worth a hell of a lot more now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Not $90 bonk, but
it's always the ones that get away, right?
All you gotta do is say Vectrex and yeah, right on. Hey, listen, Cyrus wants to hang out with you, man.
Yeah,
he likes what you're talking about.
Awesome. Nice to meet you, Cyrus, and everybody else who has participated in the chat.
Yeah, it's excellent. What a great chat here tonight. 22 people kicking around in here right now. Listening to tell the stories, whatever things. What's adapter that I can plug my original television cable into, and it has coax the other end that plugs into the antenna board of the TV. Yep.
Yeah, there's that device that you don't need the RF switch. You can take the video cable directly out, right? What?
Yeah.
Did I say something? Everybody knew that, right? I'm pretty sure everyone knew that by now.
No, did you catch this? Cyrus talked about the retro tanks in the GameCube. You said about yours didn't work, but maybe one of the newer ones does.
Oh, must be. Yeah. So
yeah,
maybe I bought mine a little bit.
It's
early.
one of these things that I look at. Like I did a interview. It was a 4-parter of a game room tour of a guy in St. John's. Beautiful setup, and he had Retro Tink was part of his setup.
Nice.
I couldn't even tell you. I got pictures and stuff of the stuff that he had, but it's like it was the absolute most fantastic setup. All like on a 75-inch TV, right? Everything you want.
I want to play
Pong if you wanted.
Yeah, I want to play Pong in surround sound. Damn it!
Yeah, there you go.
Just to be able to hear boom
every time
boom,
that friggin' ball hits the paddle. You feel the sound hit your face.
Yes. Yes.
Video Olympics in hi-fi.
Yes. Oh,
yeah, that would be amazing.
I'm trying to find a way to convert RF to component cable with little lag, because I did find a way to do it. You can hook it up to a VCR, and then your VCR does video out, but you have so much lag on it that it's unplayable. Just absolutely unplayable.
Cyrus is setting up to date right there.
Oh, sweet. Just my mind jumps from place to place from time to time.
Yeah.
And I did something very crazy once. I went on a web show once, and I decided what I wanted to do was use my webcam or use a webcam through the Game Boy camera, through the Super Game Boy, through my Super Nintendo, through my capture card, and I was able to use that as my webcam, and it was just terrible quality. But the fact that you could do that is just mind-blowing.
That's the point right there. It's not whether you should, it's whether you can.
Exactly.
I thought you were about to set that up for us right now. I was getting ready to make you full screen so we can see it in all its glory.
Oh, no. I don't have access to my stuff right now.
Right on.
I'm so patiently waiting until I have some free time that I can set up all my gear. And then by that time, the Amico is going to be out, and then it's going to be amazing.
You do realize that you had something appear in your life within the last year that's going to take away a lot of that time that you may have spent trying to organize and sort out everything, right?
You're talking about the cats, right?
I am talking about the cats. I'm talking about Coco here, yeah. Buddy, you're just getting started.
Yeah, I am very much looking forward to teaching my kids how to play video games. And the thing is, they're not going to jump to the generational consoles that are out today. No. Mm-mm. You're starting with the Atari. You're starting with the Intellivision. Then, if you can beat my high scores, then you can go to the Nintendo. Then you can go to the Super Nintendo. You are going to learn how to play games.
Mike, you should make them little patches like Activision did, then hand your kids a patch when they beat the high score.
Yeah, exactly.
This will be day one of school.
Math Grand Prix.
Yeah. Welcome to Math Grand Prix 101. And it's something about sound effects back in the day. Like, how they were able to use the technology that they had to make realistic sounds, like even playing Activision's Grand Prix back on the Atari 2600.
Yeah.
You felt like you were driving that GP, it's just amazing. And then some of the quality of the games, just you wonder what happened. Like where's Pressure Cooker? Does anybody remember Pressure Cooker? No? Pressure Cooker was for the Atari 2600. It was basically a little chef, and you're grabbing. Yeah, exactly. That's it. Going around placing up little, making burgers,
building burgers. Yeah.
Okay, so we did have Burger Time, but then what happened? Where are those games? We had to wait a really long time in order to get something like Overcooked. It just took too long.
There's something to be said about the era where one person made a game and then maybe somebody else helped with some graphics and some sound, but it was one person or two people's baby.
Yeah.
And now it's a team. The only names on them are probably just the boss of all the different programmers, the hundreds of people involved.
And then we're kind of going full circle though with all the indie games that are coming out. Like, for example, Undertale. Undertale was done by one guy, Toby Fox.
Right.
And have you played Undertale?
I have not. No.
Yes, I have.
You?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all kind of coming back around because so many indie developers are just like one-man teams.
Yep. Oh, and TurboGrafx. Yes, that is a great system too. I've got Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck was my favorite Disney character, still is to this day. And the TurboGrafx just unfortunately didn't do it justice. The Nintendo game was my favorite out of all of the Darkwing Duck series.
Darkwing Duck for the TurboGrafx is one of the very few. I don't know if it's the only one, but it's one of the very few games that made it to Angry Video Game Nerd.
Yeah,
true.
That's one of the few TurboGrafx games that ever got there.
And he slams it hard.
Yes.
He had a video that come out, his 200th video come out at about 6:00 my time tonight. And I noticed, I said, gee, he beat me to it, you know, because he's going to take away all my viewers. And so he had 98,000 views after an hour. So I thought I would probably go for half that. I'll be good if I get half that from this interview. So, you know, no pressure or anything, Mike, but, you know.
Well, this is going to be on VOD, right? Because I want to watch it over again and watch
Oh, yeah. Well, it's
all the inaccuracies that I said this evening.
Well, listen, we've been here about a little bit over an hour and a half now. I thank you so much for coming on. We have to have you on again sometime just to talk games in general.
Definitely.
Loved your video. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't know how many people in the chat remember the video from back before. I'm sure many, many do. And I bet you well over 3/4 of them thought you sang the song.
Yes, I got that a lot, and I wish I had written that amazing piece of work. So, Mike, if you're out there, if you're listening, like, thank you so much for making that song. I wouldn't be here today, literally, without you. So, just great song, man.
It'd be so interesting to see where he is, eh? Or what he's
We should
doing.
have had. That'd have been a great thing, Pete. We got Michael Schwartz as a little surprise guest. Just pop him up.
Right? That would have been incredible.
No, you just have to settle for me. That's fine. I totally get it.
You know what? I think we did pretty damn good. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. Chat, awesome. So much great conversation going on with the chat. Interaction, really enjoyed it. And do you got anything you want to promote, Mike? I mean, you stream on Twitch right now.
I do from time to time, but I think right now what I really want to promote is the Papa Pete show. You should definitely check it out. It's great. The guys seem to be very nice, and they have awesome special guests. But yeah,
right on. So, but maybe we'll get your. I don't watch a whole lot on Twitch, but if you have address, I'll put it in the description of this video if it sounds good. And what do you got coming up, Jeff? What's going on? It's Tuesday night today, so tomorrow night is Go Game Go night.
We got a regular show, regular open chat, so you never know what we'll be talking about.
Yeah, right on.
And then Thursday we're doing our Switch show.
Good.
Yep.
Nice.
Right before Brother Mike and the original Next Level Gaming live stream on his channel.
Yeah, right before they start.
Yeah, perfect. Well, anyway, guys, Mike, once again, thank you so much for stopping in. Jeff, as always, thank you so much for being here. And you in the chat, take care. We will see you next time. Watch the channel. I'll have some other stuff coming out later this week and probably get at least one more stream in maybe before Christmas. But I think we may get something on the Gogamego channel going as well when we get right up to the big magic day. Anyway, guys, thanks again. See you later.
See ya.